Hey, we are back again. Crikey. Hello, welcome, everyone. I know there's a few minutes before the chat gets to see me on the screen, but I'll say hello, welcome to No Can Draw. Woohoo! Yay! I need a little cheer thing to pop up. We're back again to do some silly drawings with some crazy challenges. And for this week's episode, we've got the creator of How to Draw Comics.net, Clayton Barton. Let's bring him up. G'day, Clayton. Welcome.
Hey, how you doing, Hocky? How you doing, Chad? It's good to be here. I'm very honoured, in fact, because I saw Corey on first before me, and I got a little bit jealous. I'm not going to lie. So I'm glad that it's my go now.
Well, you're a busy man. Busy man.
Oh, I am. So, yeah, that's not wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, you are roboting a little bit today, but that's hopefully everything will be okay.
Oh,
we got a few people watching us today. It could be my internet, or it could be your internet. I don't know. We've had a lot of rain, so you sort of, are roboting as in your voice is sort of like that.
But you can tell us, chat. If my voice is roboting, let us know.
Yeah, we'll get into the drawing in a moment. We've got a few people in chat. We've got Amanda B just arrived. Thank you, Amanda. Steve Warsh. I'm stumbling over my words already. Steve Warster. Noah's here from NTN Comics. Frog G and the legendary Mobix. We have joining us today. Hopefully, we'll get a couple others joining us. But fantastic! It's great to be here. So. We'll jump straight into to what we've got up first. So the first part is what we're going to do is we're going to roll a dice to see if we get a chance. As Mo will protest, we haven't had much of a chance to do any underdrawing, so we'll see if we get to do one. So I'll throw a dice. 3. Hey, look at that. Okay, cool. So 3. We'll move that. 3 means we get 4 minutes. We get 4 minutes to sit down and actually. Look, Amanda's also saying number 4. Yeah, always. So we get 4 minutes to sit down and do actually some structural drawing.
That's fantastic.
We get structural drawing, which is great. Now, just bear with me while I. Now my brain is not working, so I've got to bring up the. So I had the numbers written down, so I didn't have to do maths live on stream. And what have I done? I put the numbers floating around somewhere else because it works in seconds, and I'm going to put it all in seconds. So let's drop that down to 240. We go. Okay, so I'll bring my thing over. I'll be drawing off this. We've got Clayton. Yep. Oh, Jeremy, welcome. We've got Clayton's screen here. So we get to do some underdrawing, which is very exciting. I'll start the timer now so we can start going.
Okay, cool.
To get your structural. So we're going to be drawing a character from Kozor, I believe.
That's right. Magator, the main villain from Kozor.
Excellent. That might. Let me just.
Has the timer started yet?
No? Yeah, timer started. Go for it.
Oh.
So my thing has just decided to crash on me. So I'm going to have to. So you'll have actually time. I'll bring my screen back on. I'm going to. Oh, it's crazy. So my thing keeps crashing on me, my program, so that my displacement for where my mouse cursor is and the pen is off by about 10 centimeters.
Oh.
And I don't know why it does that.
Is it because of OBS or?
It could be. So I'm just restarting my my program so I can. It
Oh
was all
no,
working
Hocky.
fine before, and then when you're live, it all messes up. So
Yeah,
but
that's
that's
right.
okay.
Oh man, it's a good thing it's a 4 minute underdrawing.
Oh no, I know. Hey, good stuff. G'day, good stuff. Welcome to the show today, and hopefully now, guys, prepare in chat too. If we end up rolling the question to ask chat, first in best dress, we're going to incorporate. So it may not happen, but it may do too. So so prepare your questions. Okay, righty-o. So yeah, this villain, was it Megator?
Magator, yeah. It's a disgusting
Magator
name.
adding. It is
Yeah,
kind of, isn't it? Um,
Magator, like maggot.
Mag- like maggots, yeah.
Yeah,
He's got like this big weird brain thing on his head.
that's
A
right.
skull
He,
face.
he's a psychic demon. He likes to get inside your head and mess with you, especially if you're, a hardened, grizzled warrior who's seen some stuff.
Ooh, oh, he sounds like
Yeah.
fun.
Oh, he's no fun.
And I bet. So and he features a lot in the Kozor thing.
Well, he doesn't he's not in every panel, that's for sure. He's only
Yeah,
in a few,
yeah.
as are the best villains. He's kind of
Yeah.
he's in the background. He's moving the pieces, pulling the strings.
Yeah. Awesome. Now, is he the type of villain that works alone, or does he have underlings?
He works alone, as far as I know. Corey, of
Ooh.
course, is the original creator of Kozor, and so he knows a bit more about Magator than I do. But from what I do know, he likes to he likes to, I guess, use other people to achieve his goals and ambitions. So in a way, he's got underlings, but those underlings are often, innocent pawns, really. I mean, that's what demons do, right? Like they give you a deal you can't refuse, but you got to do something for them.
And that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
He's interesting looking. Well, that's what I find with, especially because you're building on top of Corey's artwork. The amount of detail that he's put in, as I've mentioned in the past, the cross hatching is like nuts.
Yeah.
You've got
Well,
this wild cross hatching going. So, okay, our underdrawing time is up.
oh, really? Already? Okay. Damn.
It is. I know 4 minutes doesn't go very long. So,
should have been keeping an eye on it.
Oh, well. So what we'll do now is I'll get back to the thing. So we've done the underdrawing. What we're going to do now? Whoopsie daisy. Sorry, I'm messing things up. Oh, I feel like a boomer today. We're going to roll a d10 this time. So and that will let us know what the next part of the thing is. So we'll reset this. Clear. Roll a d10. Okay. Well, this is a great one to start off with. This is player's choice. So you get to choose from this list what you'd like to throw onto the canvas straight away.
Oh man, okay.
I personally like number 2. That's one of my favorites.
No, not this early in the game. Wait, so how long do we have to do each one of these for?
10 minutes. So every allotment, we get 6 allotments of 10 minutes. So this is the first one.
Okay, well, you know what? Let's incorporate something that's suggested by the chat.
Okay, excellent. Great to start with. So, chat, we're going to get you guys to... good stuff is going. Number 5. Yes, number 5 it is. Oh, really? NTM got in first. Did you see that?
Yeah. Incorporate a crackhead.
A crackhead.
I guess I could just make Magator a crackhead.
You could. Okay, rightio. Oh
All
goodness.
right, cool.
Let me get the timer ready, and uh, we'll go straight into the next lot. Um, okay. Read the timer. I will bring my screen back up as well, and bring your screen back up. I need a person to help me run this because I've got windows open everywhere.
Yeah, I bet.
Okay, are you ready to start?
I'm ready to
Ready,
start.
set,
Let's do it.
let's go. Let's do it. Okay.
All
So,
right.
yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. A crackhead.
We got 10 minutes,
Right.
right?
We got 10 minutes for this one. That we got to make a crackhead. You know what? I actually might add in that he's looking down at someone who is a crackhead.
Hey, that's my idea.
Oh well, there you go.
Gonna manipulate
Is this
him.
guy, so this guy is huge. Well,
Yeah, he's
so
massive.
Megator is massive, is it? Okay.
Magator
Rightio.
is huge, yeah.
Megator is huge. Okay. Well, I'll have someone down
And
here.
I'll just give him dirty, nasty clothes, so we know he's a crackhead.
Okay. Rightio. Put in. I wonder if I can put in the crack pipe, the battle cracks. So that was what the thing was dubbed in the last one we did of Kozor.
Oh,
I
yeah?
invented the battle cracks as
The battle
Mo had.
cracks. The
Yeah,
battle cracks.
the battle cracks, because of my the crack axe.
Ah.
So I'm gonna put the crack axe in, and okay, and I'll have some hints. Okay, right here. Okay, let's start. Let's throw that in. Okay, well this is gonna be interesting. I'll start with this dude, the battle, the crack dude. I don't see many crack people. So g'day Shifty, welcome.
Well,
I don't see many crack people, so I don't really know what they're meant to look like.
they're kind of like, homeless. Because they spend all their money on crack.
On
And
crack,
they wear dirty
right?
clothes.
Okay,
They sell their bodies for that next hit of crack,
right. Okay, fair enough. I'm disturbed that you
It's
know so
true.
much. But,
Well, I was watching Breaking Bad. I saw a few crackheads in that.
oh, of course, of course.
Have you seen Breaking Bad?
I haven't seen Breaking Bad. I'm a
Okay.
bad. No, I have got into. I think I've wanted to see Breaking Bad, but I haven't had sitting down to find time to do it. Is to watch stuff like that. So
Yeah, I know. It's tough. It's tough. I didn't have any time to watch anything last night, and I've been trying to. But their pants are usually half down, for some reason.
okay, right, yeah. That explains a lot. Okay,
But not in a cool gangster way. Just more like because they forgot to pull them up properly.
I forgot. Yeah, they don't know how to, so to pull them back up. Right, yeah.
And they had no shoes on ever.
Right. I've definitely seen like that. Oh my goodness. Hey. So I've got a few questions that I'll throw at you. So we're not we haven't got dead air. We don't want
For
dead
sure,
air.
for sure. Yeah, go ahead. Let's start some conversation.
Yeah. So I wanted to know what started you off on the journey of creating comic books and artwork and things like that. What was your inspiration? I know what it is, but maybe some people don't.
Do you? Well, I was drawing comic strips when I was a kid, actually. And that was inspired by just the cartoons I was watching on the TV. For some reason, I wanted to redraw them and
Yeah.
tell a story at the same time, and I felt like comic strips were the perfect vehicle to enable me to do that. So
Mm.
that's what got me started. But then in my teens, I ended up discovering Todd McFarlane, and then I was like, well, I
Yes.
want to stop drawing these cartoons and I want to start drawing this cool stuff. And so I started basically imitating what I was seeing in Greg Capullo and Todd McFarlane's work, the work that they did on Spawn. I also like
Yeah.
Todd McFarlane as a person. You know, he had this cool attitude about him, and he was a bit of a rebel, and I think that really appealed to me. Because, you know,
Hmm.
I'm a bit of a rebel too. In some ways, in
Rebel.
some
In
ways.
some ways,
Yeah.
yeah. And um, yeah, because he's Todd McFarlane. Like, what made him famous was those Spider-Man runs that he did, where he just
Yeah.
changed up Spider-Man completely, like totally different than what anyone was drawing. He just turned him into this you know,
Yeah,
rubber
absolutely.
looking thing with these legs being able to go every which direction.
Yeah, it
He's
was really
very
crazy.
talented. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
and
very talented.
he just changed the way in which comic books were illustrated in a big way. I'm not sure if there was other people. I guess there would have been other people doing similar levels of detail and intricacy, but he seemed to really popularize the look,
Mm,
and popularize he did because those comic books sold and people really
yeah.
loved them. So yeah, and eventually I taught myself how to do it. I discovered David Finch's drawing tutorials, and that really taught me a lot. And eventually, I managed to get. It took me a lot of years, but I managed to get myself to a place where I was able to, you know, draw the kind of things I always dreamt of drawing.
Mm.
But
So
that is a very
could you
long journey.
Because you started off teaching as well, digital stuff for gaming, didn't you? So
Yeah, lots of things like 3D modeling and level design and character design and background and environment design, and that was great because of course you got to learn
mm,
anatomy for all that stuff as well to be effective at it.
yeah, it
And mm,
did that help? So having that background, has that helped in creating comics?
yeah, I
Like
think
doing level design and things. Does that all?
it's interesting. I think that what yeah, for sure, because you're forced
Mm,
to think about, okay, how can I make this or that scene more interesting, and how can I make it feel lived in? Because in a video game, for example, like you don't want a character or a player walking through an empty room. That
mm,
could be any old room. Like you have to incorporate things into it in much the same way as you would a comic book that indicate what that room is used for, who's been in it, how long it's been there, what time and history it is supposed to be set in.
yeah.
And so, all of those things are important for storytelling purposes, and storytelling in video games, comics, or movies. It really doesn't matter. It's always going to be the same. It's always going to be an experience you're cultivating for the audience.
Mm, yeah, definitely. Awesome. That's,
Yeah, so,
we got.
yeah, the video games were great. I loved them.
You play much these days
Never
in video
really.
games? No.
No, never. It's funny.
Too
It
busy.
was always like, keeping in the theme with the crackhead. I always liked manufacturing the drug, but I rarely actually used it myself. I never really played video games that much, and I never really read comic books a whole lot either. Like I do flip through them, and but I don't do it as often as you would think. I'm not reading a comic book every day. I'm reading a comic book, every other weekend. So,
Yeah.
I don't collect them from Marvel or DC or anything like that. The only comic books I read these days are ones that, purposefully seeked out. So, older ones that, like
Mm.
Savage Sword of Conan. I want to get some of
Yep.
those. That's
Yep.
probably the next thing I'm going to seek out. But other than that, it's just Comicscape books, independent
Yeah. Yeah.
titles
Definitely.
by people who are passionate about what it is they're doing. And that's great because you get to support those people.
Mm. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
What
It's
out of the Comicsgate ones? What has been your favorite so far? 10 seconds, by the way.
10 seconds. I really like Shelby's Ragetality. I thought that looked really good.
Yeah.
I liked Monster MD. I thought that was cool. Just such a beautifully professionally put together comic book.
Yeah,
I'm waiting on Lucent. I'm looking forward to getting that.
You haven't got that
Michael.
yet.
No, no.
You're in the
I
same
ordered mine
town.
late. I know. I know.
Time's up. Well, yeah. I've got mine. I've finished reading it. I don't have a very big pool. I'll go back to my camera so we're not. Okay, so I don't have a very big pool of comic books, Comicsgate books. I've got 5 books, so I don't have a big. I don't have a lot to draw from at the moment, as in what are my favorites and such.
Mm-hmm.
It's though saying that out of the 5 books, it is a toss up. I'm thinking the Lucent maybe at number 1.
Oh yeah.
I think it's just I like the style I like the story idea and the pacing of that a lot better than some of the others. Saying that
So
though,
did you?
Sovereign Wolf
Yeah.
is a really that one's up there too. So it's a toss up between those two.
Nice. So did you read the Lucent and you enjoyed the story?
What was that? Sorry,
So you read the Lucent and did you enjoy the story?
I did. It does now. What you were talking with who was it? Boob Dan the other day about a store, the books. I'm finding that books don't end a story, especially Comicsgate books. I'm finding that even though it can continue on, there's no beginning, middle, end in each of the comic books, and I'm finding that with Leloucin included, it felt like the first part of chapter 1. Like it just felt like a chapter of the whole book, and I like to have a conclusion, at least something, and then move on to the next. Just going, okay, we got an overarching thing, but we've resolved this one little thing. So
for sure.
But otherwise, I'd say it's really good.
That's something I've been thinking about too. Like, I have to admit, Kozor I think is a little bit open-ended, but the next book coming out after Kozor, Borok, I'm really happy with the structure of that. Like, it's got a middle, it's got a beginning, and it's got an end. Yeah, obviously not in that order, but it's a solid plot, and I want to do books like that from now on, especially because we got to wait so long for them.
Okay, well, we'll jump into the next thing. So we'll roll the dice again and throw the dice. Oh, that's a 9. So this 9 is one of the worst. We actually have to throw it again, but we got to throw twice. Okay, so a 7 and a 3. So we have to incorporate both of these into our drawing. So let me just remove that. So a 3 is draw with our weak hand, and a 7 we have to close our eyes. So we can do the squiggle first. So do 2 squiggles on your close. So basically the idea is close your eyes, draw 2 squiggles, at least 2 squiggles, and not probably the length, at least the length of your little finger. Onto the screen. Yep. And then
tell me when to do
that. We've got to incorporate those into the drawing.
Okay.
And then what we'll do then is we'll all change hands and have to draw with the other side with our offhand. So.
All right.
Oh,
cool.
Goodness.
So shall I do that now?
Yeah. So draw your squiggles. I will draw my squiggles. Oh goodness. Okay. I'm going to go. And we'll go a curly one here. There we go. Oh, jeez. Oh, nice. So that's going to be interesting to incorporate. So,
It will be. Wait, so we have
okay.
to draw with our eyes closed for 10 minutes?
No, 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 no. Now,
Oh.
that's all you had to do. It's just those squiggles. Now,
Yep.
change hands. I've got the glove on the other hand.
Okay,
And we got to draw with our off
man.
hand.
This isn't going to be good.
No, it's not.
Feels really
I'll
weird.
reset
And
the
this is
timer.
for... Is this for 10 minutes?
10 minutes. For 10 minutes, we got to draw with our offhand and try to incorporate these squiggles.
Oh, okay. Oh, so I'm only focusing on incorporating these squiggles, right?
I don't know what. Yeah. Okay, we'll start the timer. Okay. Timer is going. I don't know what I borrow ideas, but is going on about. But thank you for joining us. I borrow ideas. Hopefully. Oh my goodness. I'm already feel awkward holding the pen in my other hand. Okay. Now you're working on a comic book also, aren't you?
Yeah. You mean
So
Borok?
you're working on a sort of. Could I say it's a bit like A-Team with superheroes?
Oh, yeah. Yep, so Renegade Alpha.
Renegade Alpha, yeah.
Yeah. So, I am mostly working on Kozra at the moment, but that is a project that I want to get underway quite soon.
Yeah.
After Kozra is fulfilled. And, I'm thinking of bringing certain people on board for that one.
Okay.
While I would still be in charge of, doing the layouts and stuff, but I want to bring someone on for the finishes, because I'm a notoriously slow artist. And so to actually, build a business that is sustainable and to give people their books sooner, I am looking for really talented people who can, complement what I'm laying down in the layouts. And I do quite tight layouts. They're essentially pencils. You can think of them as just pencils, but without the shadows and the rendering that takes me all that time. So, I've been talking to a few people, and it looks like we may be able to work something out, and those people would be perfect for a title such as Renegade Alpha. So, that's something that's in the works. I still want to do a comic book that's completely illustrated by me, every single aspect of it, but that'll probably be, say, like a one-off side story for one of the other titles. I mean, there was another idea that I had called Super Stud, and that was a pretty funny one. I told a few people about it, and they loved it. They thought it was great. So,
Awesome.
that was one that I was contemplating about, oh man, maybe I'll work on that. But I think that me working on a comic book that is a kind of side story to one that's already in production makes a lot of sense to me, because that way people aren't waiting, a year or more for me to get my thing done to get the next installment of that title. It just, whatever I'm working on kind of comes out with whatever campaign we're up to for that title. So that's just something I've been thinking about, working with my weaknesses a little bit, and trying to find solutions.
Cool.
That's what you do. You optimize your process. You figure it out.
Yeah, definitely. That's cool. Well, we look forward to it anyway. I'm sure everyone is keen to see, especially if you do an full illustration of a book yourself.
Oh yeah.
So.
Well, Kozor is a bit like that in some places. There's some major overhauling we've done in certain areas where, if you've backed the highest tier that gives you the original book and then the new remastered book next to it, when you compare, you'll be like, damn, this is like the same book but very different at the same time.
Different, yeah.
But it's really cool. It's taught us a lot. It's just a bit of it's really blocked up our production line at the moment, unfortunately. Yeah. So we can't really do anything else until it's out.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough.
But I'm working on that thing day and night, you know, like... Anyway, go ahead.
I all good. No, working well. As long as people are updated and they're told, most people don't care.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
most people don't care. They know you're here. You're not going away anywhere.
I'm right here,
So
and I'm definitely working on it. I was up till 1 o'clock, 1:20 last night working on it, and then I got up for Hockey stream.
that's it. Appreciate that. So, I've turned one of my squiggles into a tongue. So into the tongue.
Oh,
So
that's smart. Very smart.
yeah. Well, it was there. It was kind of in a close enough spot that I, you know what, that'll be the tongue. The other one's at his hand, and I'm not quite sure what to do with that one yet.
I don't know.
Yours is coming along great as usual.
Well, mine.
How's
mine
the
really,
offhand feeling?
It's, I'm getting used to it. Actually, this is probably good therapy.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It's kind of crazy to think, to do these weird experiments with, yeah.
In a weird way, I feel like I'm holding my pencil, my stylus, like I should be, like properly in this hand.
Oh yeah.
Whereas on my actual drawing hand, I don't think I hold my pen correctly. I hold it in a bit of a weird way, and so I feel like this is how the teachers would have taught me to write at school. You know,
to do it.
Yeah.
I have no idea what to do with this other one, this other squiggle.
Yeah. Look, I mean, I'm cheating a little bit.
Oh, are you now?
Yeah, well, these are still just squiggles.
They are squiggles. I think I had Garrett from who illustrated Mavericks, the robot one, the giant mechs. I had him on last week, and he cheated a little bit too. But I'll let him go. So I don't know if the chat will. The chat didn't let him go. That's for sure.
How did he cheat? What did he do?
Well, he kind of kept drawing when he shouldn't have, and and then he forgot to incorporate something that Mobix threw at that we had to have a baby seal, Navy SEAL in the drawing, and he missed out on that. So
he didn't put a Navy SEAL, baby seal in the drawing. You can't hear me very well, can you? Am I breaking up?
Every now and then you break up, yeah. So I kind of find it hard to hear you on occasions, but that's okay. Just repeat if I don't comment, but if I don't respond correctly, just,
no worries.
Hocky, listen to me. God damn it, Hocky!
Sounds good. Oh well.
Yeah. Okay. Does he have weapons? Because I'm trying to see if I can turn this other squiggle into a weapon. He doesn't generally. No.
Well, I'm giving him tentacles, psychic tentacles.
Nice. Awesome. Well. Oh goodness. Well, okay. I'm going to turn this one. He's going to be holding a staff with a globe on the end, like a.
Cool.
Yeah, so because that's all I can sort of think of with this.
Right.
With this other one, and I'm trying to draw it left-handed, so. Clayton always got the glazed smile going on. Yes, you do. You always have this little
really?
sly smile.
Yeah. Thanks. I try to smile.
Yeah.
I'm dying on the inside, though. Don't worry.
I feel like I am a little bit with this left-handed stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! I'm trying to draw a hand, and it's not really working out. So.
Oh no.
It doesn't look like a hand. It kind of looks like noodles thrown thrown at the canvas.
It's funny.
Oh my goodness.
This is actually a good exercise.
It is, yeah, and that's it. That's part of the challenge as well. So it's throw some exercise at us, and oh my god, it's terrible. Yeah, it's a staff now, a wonky staff, but that'll do. With glowy stuff on the inside.
Awesome.
What's your favorite comic so far? Including mainstream stuff and CG stuff. What's have been your favorites?
One of
Like,
the
in
one
particular
of the. Well, I like Spawn.
Yeah.
But
As you mentioned.
I think one of the coolest books that I've read, and I don't know if this is just because of the visuals. It probably is, but I really like Aphrodite IX. I think that's it.
Yeah.
By David Finch, not the new one, but the original one by David Finch. I just like the sci-fi ambience of that one, and David Finch drew the character really cool. And I often look at it. Oh, time's up. Cool.
Time's up for that one. So that was
Awesome.
challenging. Yeah, no, David Finch, like, I watch his stream, and what he can do in 2 hours, he's basically finished a whole page, and it looks amazing. Yeah, I agree. Oh my goodness,
Yeah, it's incredible. He really inspired me to speed up. Watching him work, it's like, wow, how does that all come together so quickly?
Okay. We'll throw another dice, see what happens. That's an 8. I think this is one of my favorites as well. So this one is bananas. So we have to throw bananas into the drawing now. Somehow.
Okay, great.
I don't know how, but yeah, we'll figure it out. We got to have bananas in there somewhere. So I'll restart the timer.
Okay.
Timer's going. Fire away. I'll put your thing up on the screen.
All right. Well, maybe I can give him bananas instead of horns on his face.
I will. I haven't drawn his. You don't have to draw with your offhand anymore, too. So hopefully that'll help.
Oh, it's a million times better.
Okay. Well. Oh my goodness.
All right.
I've got Frequency Girl here. G'day, Frequency Girl. Welcome to joining us on this weird and wonderful, crazy stream. Clayton, as usual, is doing an amazing job, like all my guests. But Clayton is a very talented individual. Now that's the thing. You have a wonderful website that teaches people to draw. You've got a bunch of free content up there that anyone can go. I was actually doing something the other day of Joe Catapano's stuff, and so you've got it from different artists and different people's backgrounds. I think it's such a great resource, and if people aren't on there, at least looking at it every now and then, they are missing out.
Thanks, Hocky. Well, Joe Catapano, he is really the only other person on there that's writing tutorials. I think there's another, maybe one or two others, but Joe really does bring the goods when it comes to those tutorials, and I hope he does some more someday, because he's just too darn good at them.
He is very good. I was doing his eye tutorial. And
nice.
He really breaks it down. So, and then you've got Ed Forchek. Wojciech, is it?
Ed Foychuk, yep.
Wojciech, who again is another talented artist and a great teacher, as well as yourself, of course, on
Thank
there.
you.
So
Thank you.
great resources, and yeah, some great things. So as I say, I recommend anyone who's even remotely interested in doing some drawing to go on there and check it out. And Clayton has started up some mentoring and workshops as well, which
That's right.
I'm actually personally looking forward to.
Yeah. You're going to be in the Heads workshop, the one in September.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I really am. Because regardless of what level you are, like I'm still a beginner. I like to think that I'm good, but I'm still a beginner, and anyone can come in and still keep learning new stuff.
Oh yeah.
It's
I'm learning something new every day.
oh yeah. Well, we have to keep. Otherwise, it gets stale and gets boring. So you just sort of. I always like to give my bananas color, so I'm going to give my banana some color.
Color, eh?
Well, I do. I'm just a fan of throwing color at my to make it stand out as a banana. So
I mean, mine
have
look
to
more like a banana.
I've got one hand holding the staff, the other one holding a banana. Because why not?
That's great.
It's beautiful, bit of fun. So, what decided for you to create howtodrawcomics.net? What was the reason behind that?
Well, I was teaching in the classroom, and I thought, well, when I was actually in the video game course as a student, I would jump online and I'd watch these tutorials. So like I said, David Finch's tutorials, and there was also a bunch of like 3D courses that I did as well. There wasn't as many as there are now, but there was still a few. And I don't know, I really looked up to and idolized some of the people who were doing those videos. And something appealed to me about it. I don't know what it was. But I started just doing some simple YouTube videos in the beginning. And that was on concept art. I actually have another YouTube channel. It's called Clayton Barton Art. And I never really post anything on there anymore. But it had a bunch of it was where some of the first videos I ever made are. And I had some tutorials on, character design and environment art, 3D modeling, that kind of stuff. And,
nice.
And eventually I had come across a video on internet marketing which talked about, making your own website and selling information products. And I thought, well, this would be pretty darn good business to create because, I'm doing this stuff anyway in the classroom. And if I was able to turn it into a business of my own, I'd have far more control over what I was able to teach and who I was able to help. And there was really never any comic book courses that I could teach in the universities here in Melbourne. It was more of a specialized thing. So, I decided to create howtodrawcomics.net, and for a long time it was just free tutorials until I eventually made my first course, which was basically focused on everything that you could ever think of when it came to drawing comic book characters in proportion. And so, here we are today. I ended up reaching out to a bunch of other instructors, and we worked out a deal for them to be able to get their courses on the website. How to Draw Comics shot to the top of Google for a lot of keywords related to drawing comics.
Yep.
And I'm still building it,
Yeah,
Yeah, it's great. I'm not a very good businessman, though. No one has showed me really. I think there's a lot more that I could do with how to draw comics, but I don't know necessarily where to take it. And that's how the mentoring and the workshops came about. That's probably the best business decision that I've made thus far. It seemed like a natural direction of growth to go in for the website, because no one else was really offering that kind of stuff. There was a few of them, like Comics Experience, but their workshops are like $600.
Oh,
so,
smokes. Yeah,
so
that's a little bit much.
Well, yeah.
Look, your brother has joined us. He is in the chat.
Very nice.
So.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Good old Corey.
So they're fairly reasonably priced too. Your paid tutorials, I noticed. So
yeah, they vary.
I see they're averaging between 10 and 25 US. So for most of the courses. So
well, the instructors on there kind of pick they pick their own price. A lot of the time. My personal courses are like about $20 to $40.
Yep.
But yeah, that's just based on some of the other courses I've seen out there. Mark Brunet was really quite inspirational, because he started a website called CubeBrush, and I always admired what he did with that, because I remember when it first started, and he just has taken it to a whole new level and made it very successful. So I look at what he prices his courses. Yeah, go ahead.
I did just sign up for his course. So
which one?
The one that's 10. It's 10 terms.
Oh wow, yeah, man, that's expensive.
He had a special. I didn't get the. I didn't buy it with the review package, so I only got the course itself. So the review package was an extra 1,000 on top, and I can't afford that. So, I just got the course, and I've been going through it. I only just started it. I only just got it like last week with my tax return. I thought, I've had good people recommend it. Billy Basco has talked that one up, and I thought, okay, I'll give it a go. So,
right.
Yeah. So,
and how are you finding it?
It's good. It is good. I'm just doing the first term, which is really basic stuff. That's our time up for that one.
Cool.
Really basic. Drawing boxes over pictures. Getting cylinders and boxes and drawing lines. It's really good. So, yeah. Look at this.
That's great.
Look, he's saying it looks good.
Man, thanks,
bro. Always. Gosh. Where's you? Are they the horns of bananas? Is that right?
Yeah, the horns of the bananas.
That is so good. That's fantastic. Mine is looking like a mess, but I got bananas in there. So,
that's great.
I can bring up. There you go.
There you go. Good stuff. You got a bunch of bananas there.
I just throw in bananas everywhere. I got bananas in his staff thing now. I've got him holding bananas. I got a bunch of bananas down the bottom. I just go banana crazy. So the clever idea of putting it in these. Hey, we're halfway through. We'll get into the next one. Roll the dice and see what happens. So number 3 is our weekend again. Now, I do offer a veto. So if you wanted to veto this 3, because we've already drawn with our offhand, you're allowed 1 veto. You can choose to re-roll, or we take the left hand. So
yeah, let's or take the left hand. Let's re-roll.
Or offhand, I should say. I don't know if you're a left-handed or right-handed. So.
I'm left-handed.
Okay, we'll do a re-roll. Okay, ready? Throw. That's a 10. Player's choice again. So this one's okay. So cool. I'll bring up the lists. I'll bring up the list of stuff so you can see what you would like. Let me get back to these screens. Okay, so choose. You get to choose one of those.
Yep. Cool. Let's go no erasing or undo.
No erasing, undo. No problem.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll start the timer. We'll get it going straight away. reset, start, stop, go for it.
All right. Have you been using the eraser? I mean, or the undo button
Oh, a
much?
lot.
Right.
Yes,
Oh,
constantly.
so this is going to be tough for you then.
This is very tough for me. So, I actually should put my hand up on the top of the computer screen so I don't actually press the undo because like your hand just sort of hovers over the top and okay.
You know, I got to admit,
Gosh.
I'm surprised at how this is looking, considering the how fast I've got to move with this thing.
Oh no, it's great.
Um,
When you still got pressure like mine always turns out like poo. So I I expect it to be poo, but but which is fine. I'm happy for it to be to look like something you'd find in a garbage truck. But
oh, come on. It's not that bad. You're always better than somebody else. Just think of it that way.
it's well, that's the thing. I'm here to make everyone else look good anyway. So
I see.
yeah, yeah. Uh,
Thanks for making me
when I
look good.
when I don't have much because I do a lot of planning and I'm always putting down shapes and moving shapes and moving things all the time until I actually go. So I spend about most of my time rearranging things
Mm-hmm.
to get the shapes in. And I was going, okay, that eye looks wrong. Oh no, I better rub it. Move some lines. Does that look right? No, no. So I
Yeah.
spend a lot of time,
Yeah.
just rearranging things. It's kind of
Yeah.
when I'm thrown into something like this, where I'm just going, oh well, we got the challenges. Yeah, it's it
Mm-hmm.
makes it a lot trickier for me. So
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But it's probably causes you to grow a lot too.
oh yeah, oh it's fun. But I wouldn't want it any other way. That's the thing. So
Yeah.
I, it's yeah,
Yeah, it's got to be
um,
fun.
it's gonna be fun. So now, oh, this is see, I got this question that I ask people, and I have a feeling you will not change your deviation. Basically, what would be your ideal illustration job? I feel like you're
Um
already doing it.
yeah, I am already doing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I've been offered some tempting things in the past, and I really
Mm,
had to ask myself, even if I get credited on this, even if my name is on this, which would be great, is it really going to mean anything? Am I really going to care?
yeah.
Is anyone even going to see the credits at the end anyway? Or could I make my own thing? Like,
Yep.
what would feel better on my deathbed? And I feel like, creating your own stuff is just the way to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why I'm
Definitely.
doing what I'm doing now, and it's it's scary and it's risky, like, because especially when you got a family to look after, you've got to provide
Yep.
for them, and so yeah, it can be kind of tough. But you just do the best you can, and you make sure that you keep an eye on how things are going, risk management and whatnot, and yeah, things are going well.
Which
You got
is
to take risks
fantastic.
sometimes in life.
Well, yes, that is true. We all kind of do that, don't we?
We do, yeah. I think we all got to be uncomfortable sometimes in life. It, like, let's take last night for example. I was
Mm,
destroyed. Yesterday was such an insane day. I had like
yep.
2 interviews that I did, a
Yes.
bunch of emails to reply to, and then this Kozor page. And I could have tapped out at any moment. But it's like you push yourself and you see just what you've got in you. I think it's really important to do that because,
It,
uh,
yeah.
yeah, otherwise you don't see your full potential, I think.
Well,
Anyway.
that's kind of the motto for everything. You got to, if you're passionate about it, you'll keep on doing it. You'll and
Yeah.
grow and move on. So yeah,
Yeah. And
there's
sometimes it hurts. Like sometimes
mm,
physically you feel screwed. Like your back would be screwed from sitting so long at the drawing board. But you know,
yeah,
you make the sacrifices, and in the end, once that artwork is done, it's immortalized. Like it's not going to go away. You've created it.
mm,
So that's the
that's
way
it.
I look at it. It's worth the sacrifices. Although I think once Kozor is done, I keep telling my significant other this, that
Mm.
I'm going to go on like a week-long fast because I'm eating a lot of junk food right now, drinking a lot of coffee, just to
Yeah.
keep me fueled. So I'm gonna go on like a week-long fast, completely detox on everything, and just sleep for a week. I think.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It yeah. Uh, it's easy just to eat the bad stuff when
Oh
or
yeah.
stuff that's quick. Um,
Yep.
that is yeah.
Yeah. It's easy to let yourself go for sure. Especially in a lockdown as well. It's like you got
Mm,
no one to
yeah.
impress really. You're not going out anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. You just sort of stuck at home. And what, what what I found with the last lockdown that we had last year, the because you guys have
Mm.
had lots of lockdowns. This is kind of our second lockdown we've had since the whole pandemic started.
Oh, where are
It's a
you?
doozy of a lockdown, but
Mm.
um, and and yeah, so I found last time, other than the toilet paper going everywhere, disappearing,
Yeah.
was flour. And all I wanted to do was bake. I just wanted to
Bake a
bake,
cake.
bake a cake, bake biscuits, bake
Oh.
scones, all that type of stuff. And yeah, I couldn't. There was nothing, nothing around. I couldn't do anything. I was
Oh,
frustrated.
that's unfortunate.
Ah, I do enjoy cooking, so um,
Yeah,
and yeah,
absolutely.
that was very disheartening. So
Well, your family must be very lucky to have a father, a husband who likes to bake things.
yes, well, I'd like to think so. So it's just I did a cooking course many years ago. Um, I don't remember any of it, but
Yeah, right.
and I tried to work in a kitchen, in like an actual industrial kitchen and anything, and I hated it. I absolutely hated working in a industrial kitchen. I just thought the idea of it just took the fun out of the enjoyment, of cooking,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
and I didn't want that experience. I didn't want it
Mm.
to taint my enjoyment of it. So yeah, I stopped that job pretty quickly. that
Oh,
was a
absolutely.
that was the thing that was killed me. Do you remember? Have you been to a La Piquetta's in Melbourne?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it was a La Piquetta's. So
Ah, ah.
uh, when I lived in Melbourne, I worked for a week in a La Piquetta's, and I'm just going, oh no, and yeah, Italian families, they're kind of intense, so
Right. Yeah. No, they are. They definitely are.
as well, yeah. Um,
My
but
goodness.
no, that was interesting. So, uh,
I bet it was.
uh, baking. Corey doesn't like baking. Fair enough. Does he cook at all? Are you a cooker? Do you cook?
Yeah, I do cook, and I'm pretty good at it actually. I I
Awesome.
have I have an insane level of patience sometimes. It really is insane. So you need patience. You need to be able to follow a recipe, and then you need patience to cook well. And
Yes.
sadly, some people just don't have that, and that's when they end up with bad cooking.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I'm not going to name any names here, but I've offered to cook in this household on numerous occasions.
That is time
But
for
yes,
that one. What's
no
your favorite
worries.
dish? What's your key dish, I should say, that you
Uh,
like to do?
Funnily enough, I really love I love Italian food. It's the best. I really
Mm,
do. Speaking of La Paqueta, love my
yeah, yeah.
pasta, love my pasta sauce, love my meat. So I like to cook spaghetti bolognese, but it's not the kind of spaghetti bolognese that you would expect. It's not traditional. I love lasagna.
Yeah.
I like cooking that. I like to cook this chicken and leek pie in the oven. That's one of my specialties.
Chicken and leg pie. Yeah, that they are really yummy. So, um, okay, throw. Okay, so number 7. We've only got 2 left. So this one
Cool.
and one more, and we're
All
done.
right. All right. I better speed up
the, the,
then.
tor- the torture will be over. So we've got a 7. 7 is, um, uh, it's more squiggles. So we're going to add more squiggles to
Oh,
the screen and incorporate them.
it's fine.
Are you prepared? You ready for it?
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
Okay, I'll
Let's
put
do it.
your thing back on the screen. Oh, look. Add. Look at all the blackness that you're putting out there. Very good. Okay.
I'm cheating.
Rightio. When in doubt, black it out. Okay. I got my eyes closed. I'm putting in a
All right.
squiggle. I'm going to put over.
All right.
I'm going to put in one there. And I'll put
Oh
one
no, I ruined it.
here. Okay. Oh, geez. What did I do? Okay. I'll fire away with the timer so we can get going. Reset. Start. Go.
I ruined mine.
Oh, you got one right over the top.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a doozy.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with
That
that.
is a doozy. I got mine. I put one. Yeah, we got one going down here and one going along here. So I don't know what I'm going to do with those.
Oh man.
Oh,
So I can't erase this squiggle at all. In any
no,
way?
you've got to incorporate it somehow. Somehow.
I'll incorporate it. I'll incorporate it
Okay.
somehow.
Somehow, yeah. Oh, half the battle is trying to think of how to do it. Bye, Frequency Girl. Thank you for joining us.
See you later, frequency girl.
And I think Rich is going too. So, there's anyway, yeah, right.
Well,
Oh, goodness. Oh, I have no idea what I'm going to do with these ones.
yeah, me either. I'm just trying to make it look like a good squiggle.
Yeah.
At this point. Maybe it'll be like I can make it into smoke. Maybe make it into
I
smoke.
did that. I did that last week. It was kind of in a perfect spot. I could turn it into smoke.
I'll make the smoke coming
wow.
off this crackhead guy.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Looks like I'm gonna make. He's got one horn in the picture that I've got here, but I'm actually gonna give him a big giant broken horn that comes out the side of his head. So
Yeah, do it for sure.
So he's gonna have this kind of big mangled horn that
That sounds awesome. You
all the way down.
probably improved his character design.
Well, if I do one to one side, I got to do the other side. So we'll.
We'll see.
Oh my goodness. It's Oh wow.
So we've only got two more, right?
So this one and one more, and then we're done. We're done. That's the end of the artwork. So
Better speed up then.
I know. I know. How have you found it so far? I'm hoping you're enjoying
Yeah.
it. So.
Oh, I love it. It's really fun to be able to challenge myself like this. Like I'm surprised
Yeah. To do
I was
something.
able to create it.
Yeah. It does make it very interesting when these with stuff like this. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I feel
Oh.
like the last time I really made a huge leap in my artwork was on Dan Frager's channel,
Yep.
and
Yep.
I might be making a big leap now, for all I know, because I surprise myself sometimes by the level of quality I can get even when I'm speeding, and this is very rushed,
When
of
you do.
course, no doubt about
Yeah.
it, but
Yeah.
it's still very interesting to me to know that if I had a gun to my head and I had to get it done at a certain
Get it
time,
done. Yeah.
otherwise the trigger would be pulled, I could do it, maybe.
Exactly. You can do it. It's not. They're not impossible. They're hard, but it's not impossible. So. Um,
Exactly.
and now you've started doing drawing stuff on your channel too. Now again, getting back into
Yeah.
to drawing, and
Yeah,
which is
that's it.
great.
We've been trying to figure out what to do with the channel for a while, and I think sometimes starting a new show, it's a bit nerve-wracking, so I put it off. But I've been thinking about doing that drawing show for a little while now.
Yeah.
And eventually I, pulled the trigger on it, and Corey and I started it up last week, and we would love to, keep on making it a weekly thing, so we'll probably have it, we'll probably do it again this week at about the same time,
Excellent.
and keep going with the piece we're working on. But basically the idea is that we find characters that we like from different comic books that our independent creator friends have been working on and put together, and
Yep.
we draw them. We do fan arts of them. We've had a few requests, but it's more like we want to find characters that give us a bit of a buzz. So it's more like, and that could be whatever character is standing out to us at the time that we're in the mood to draw. So we're trying to make sure it's active campaigns, of course. But
Of course,
we're not really taking requests at this point.
No. But just
Yeah.
drawing.
Even
So
though-
the Rage Tally was coming out really well. That's.
Oh yeah. Well, Rage Tality was, he was one that I wanted to do because Shelby had already done a fan art of Chief Baron, so I wanted to really repay him for that.
So, yeah.
And so
No,
that's been a fun one.
Oh goodness. Okay.
How you doing, Hocky? You hanging in there?
I've got one squiggle I've sorted out. The other one I haven't.
Oh man.
So and I'm still.
It's tough.
It's gone over my last squiggle, which I turned into the ball of the staff.
Yeah.
So it's over the top of that, and I'm just going, how can I add to this staff? That. It's
Brutal. It's okay. You'll figure it out.
Yeah.
You
It's
make
part
this
of the
so hard on
challenge.
yourself. Exactly.
It's part of the challenge.
Hey man, mine was right across his face, and I worked.
Yeah,
it
I
out.
saw that. I saw that. That was that was brutal. But you've incorporated it well. That looks fantastic. So
I've tried to. Yeah.
Oh gosh. Okay.
One thing I realize is when you have to work so fast, you don't have time to think. Sometimes you do your best work, and that's what I'm finding right here. Well, this isn't my best work, but it's like I'm rendering in ways. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. No. I was just going to comment, like, as in accentuate what you're saying. Exactly. You sort of forced. I've been trying to also draw along with Jason from Unhinged. He does this this thing where they draw something for 30 minutes.
Oh, nice.
whatever, whatever it is, and I just like to draw along with that because say I like challenges. I like trying to figure out things, and because the challenge when you throw a challenge out there, you got to try and start thinking outside the box, and
Yep.
figure out things. So, you're thrown a word, you've got to try and expand on that word or create other things. Same with these drawings. I've got this squiggle that I've got to try and turn it into something. So I've got to think outside that box and figure out what to do with
Totally.
it. So, and I think
100%.
that's really it. It's kind of a mind exercise that gets you sort of wondering what can you create that's you never would have thought of prior. So
Oh yeah, it pushes you outside your comfort zone. Honestly, if we were drawing like a female character or something right now, I'd probably have to take my time with that because, it's difficult when something's supposed to look a certain way. Like Megator could really look like anything, and he'd still look kind of cool.
you'd look all right, yeah.
But a human face is you got to take your time with that. Sometimes you can draw it out pretty quickly and still nail it. As you'll see, Hockey, when you do the workshop.
Oh no, yes, that's true. I have signed up to do the faces as we mentioned earlier. I am looking forward to what comes out of that for me. So I
Yeah.
draw faces the most when I'm just sitting down sketching. So to help get some structure to that. What are the
good.
workshops you got planned in the future?
I would like to do a workshop on human anatomy, a workshop on human movement and figure drawing,
Nice.
rendering and coloring, and basically everything. I want to do a workshop on everything that I know how to do.
Yeah,
and and then eventually, maybe compile them into. It won't be for a long time, but maybe compile the best of the best from those workshops into courses. That'd be sold at a similar price, but that's the idea anyway.
Our time is up. I'll have to figure out
man.
what to do with that one afterwards. Okay, our last roll for the game. Okay, let's bring up this. Let's see what we roll. Let's throw. Oh, great one to finish off on. So this is roll twice. So let me
Cool.
throw them again. Okay, so a 3 and an 8. So 3 and an 8 is weekend and more bananas.
Oh no, I've got to draw my weekend. I can't finish this thing now.
I'm changing my glove over now.
Oh
my goodness.
Shit. So I'm going to have to draw
Test your
some
mind.
really
Thank you for
bad
yeah,
looking
this test your
bananas.
mind, so.
And what's Corey mean? Draw better, bro. Come on, dude.
How rude. I'll start the timer. I'll get it going. Reset
All right.
and go. Well,
Man. Bananas? I can't fit any bananas on this thing now. I guess I can give this guy a banana. Maybe
You
there's
could.
like bananas.
A left-handed banana. That's what I'll be doing. I'll go put more bananas in. Oh, that I may have come up with something. So I've got
banana.
this bananas everywhere, right? But I've got these bananas inside the ball on his staff. Now
smart.
and I've got what I could do is I've got one of the squiggles that I had was kind of going over the top of it. So what I might do is actually put bananas into a stream he's sucking bananas out of the ether that's going into the staff.
That's good.
Yeah. Up here for thinking.
Great idea. That's a great idea.
The best I've got. I'm sorry.
Oh man.
The best I've got.
I don't even know how I'm gonna. Oh man, this is so awkward. I'm gonna screw this up big time.
Trying with my offhand. Uh, okay, all right. Bananas. I might have to just take that out a bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Oops. Yeah. Um, yeah. So it's definitely a challenge to try and figure out what to do. But
Oh yeah,
I'm
it
always
is.
amazed at what like yours is coming out absolutely fantastic. Uh, with what I've thrown at you. So um,
I'm trying.
yeah, it's oh my goodness. Just to prove that I've definitely got my offhand. So this is my drawing hand that without the glove. And, oh goodness, and the squiggles that I'm creating. I should have done this with the squiggle challenge. Just put it in my other hand. It ends up being a squiggle anyway. So
There you go. It would have been like a masterpiece.
yeah. Oh my goodness. Um,
Okay.
nice. Oh.
Trying to draw in some rendering. Maybe by the end I'll be able to render with my bad hand.
You might be able to, or so those artists that can draw two things, like they put a pen in each hand and
Yeah,
start drawing.
that's just
Uh,
some crazy stuff.
it is crazy. I know a few people they can kind of do it if they're doing it symmetrical. So the left hand or the right hand, their offhand is copying what their other hand's doing. So I think that would be a lot easier to do. But if
Mm-hmm.
you're doing two different independent things and drawing it, I think that would be very challenging.
Oh yeah, I don't even know
Maybe
how you do it.
no, I can't incorporate that one into the into this unfortunately because I don't have two styluses. So, and I don't know if it'll work with two styluses on the screen. So,
That's a good point. Yeah.
um, yeah. So, oh goodness.
All right.
Uh, so how far away do you think Kozor will be?
We're actually going to try and get it out by Christmas time,
Christmas? Yep.
and I know that seems like a long way off, but just the way things have gone, that's
Yeah.
that's the estimation we've made. But yeah, like I don't know why this thing is so slow. It's taking forever. So even Corey and I are sitting there like scratching our heads, but it's so we're working on at the moment, and it is looking really good, and we hope that once it's in print and we can get it out to people, that it would have been a worthwhile endeavor for everybody. It would have been worth the wait. It
Yeah.
would have been worth the time we've put into it, and
Yep.
it'll be the beginning of Corey's story, and
Yeah.
I know that he has a lot of plans for Kozor 2, and that he's really looking forward to moving on to Kozor 2, which is partly, has been partly done for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that's what we're thinking,
Oh, good.
and we're just not sure, even when it's done, what the fulfillment process will involve. We are taking into account that there's probably going to be some things that we just can't predict pop up.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
even like shipping times and stuff. I'm actually not sure how Bancroft got the Lucent to America so quickly.
Oh, I was dumbfounded too when people are getting it.
Because it takes
Yeah.
3 months for a book to get here from America. Sometimes
Doesn't
it
it
feels like
ever?
that.
It
takes
what
forever.
was my last one? Sovereign Wolf. It actually, I was watching the tracking because he had tracking on the package to come here. It
Yeah.
sat. It was in Australia, and then it sat in Australia for 3 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks, maybe
Oh
longer.
wow.
I'm just going like I could drive a couple hours and pick it up myself. Why aren't you sending it? So I don't know if it's part of the whole COVID issue that they're
Man, I have no idea.
putting it. But yeah, it seems to be taking forever. So
Yeah. So
bit
we're
of a-
basically, we know that there's
Yeah.
probably going to be, people who are eager and waiting even after we've got it done and we're sending it out. There'll be a wait on actually getting the packages. Who knows how long that'll take. I'm going to talk to Bancroft, though, about how he got it to America so fast.
Maybe they don't have as many issues importing as what we do. That could be
Maybe, yeah, that could actually be it.
Yeah. One thing that maybe, especially from your point of view, and even from Bancroft's would have been good, is document the process of what you're doing. So you're drawing what issues you come up with drawing, what good things come up with the drawing, and then as you go along, the process of the printing, what issues, and sort of document all that, and then that might be something, especially future creators, to say, here, look, this is our process. This is what happened to us.
Yeah, big time.
So, yeah, I don't know if that's something that you would think of doing, but
yeah. Well, one big thing that we've really considered doing, based on this experience, is just really trying to get books to a point where they're ready to be printed before we launch a campaign, and then just doing shorter campaigns. Because the shorter campaigns mean that we can fulfill it faster, and if it's done. And so even though we're taking a bit of a risk there, I feel like that's got to be the next step for this whole crowdfunding thing to really evolve, is for people to get their books faster. Faster after they backed. So that's what we're looking at. And I think I'm giving Corey work on different things, so he'll be able to survive. And I've got the income from How to Draw Comics, so we're hoping that we can build our business on our own backs and basically set up a bit of a print on demand. Well, no, basically like a pre-order model, essentially.
Yep. If you're interested, you have a minute left.
Cool. Man, I think that
I look at you doing a black background. I thought, oh well, I better do a black background then. So
yeah, that's me fudging it,
yeah. Well, if it works, I'm going to steal it. So
it's a good technique.
Yeah. When in doubt, black it out.
Exactly.
So that's all I'm actually doing, is I'm just stealing. So thank you, Jason, for coming and joining us too. So and all the people that have stuck around to watch us try and draw. Or at least watch me try and fumble while Clayton just expertly creates
Please. Please, not at all.
That is time. That's time. That's it. That's the show. That's it. That's our drawing done. Woohoo! How's it feel? How do you feel?
Good. I feel proud of what I was able to do, despite all the obstacles in my way.
Definitely. I'll put it up full screen so people get a good look at this. That looks great.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you. I'm glad that you like it.
Thrown in the rendering. You've got the big tongue there, the big brain that's coming.
I tried my best. My best.
That's great.
Not bad for an hour and a half.
For an hour and a half, and throwing weird challenges at you. So there was you look at mine. Mine's a mess. So
you'll get there one day, Hocky. Don't worry. You'll get there.
But it's fun. But I incorporated everything. So I kind of have when I'm doing this, I end up being a bit of a cartoony sketch going on. So I got my crackhead, got my battle cracks.
Your battle cracks. Nice.
Battle cracks.
Very smart.
So
there's a lot of detail in the battle cracks.
Well, that's it. It's been established now. This is canon. This is This is a crack pack cannon. So yeah, so I've got his tongue. I got it wrapping it. So the squiggle. This was the squiggle was his tongue. So I got it wrapping around him like this. I got these bananas and this weird banana stream coming into the globe. So there you go. That's my rendition.
That's awesome.
Well, I'll get Clayton to send me the image file. I'll put it up on Twitter so everyone can see. And
for sure, absolutely.
I will make us a thing. I will get my face back on the screen. Not that people want to see it, but anyway. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining us for this stupid game show of mine. If you have any suggestions in the future how to improve, please let me know. I have some ideas, but yeah, I would love to just pop it in the comments after the stream, or send me a message on Twitter or something like that. Feel free. But for now, we'll sign off. Where can we find you, Clayton?
You can find me at How to Draw Comics pretty much on everything. So Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and also howtodrawcomics.net, of course, is a great resource if you want to be a comic book artist and you're on the journey to attaining such an ability. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, excellent. And yeah, How to Draw Comics on YouTube, I'm pretty sure.
Yes. Yeah. So there are links in the description as well. Please check them out. If you're not signed up, yeah, go check it out, and find Clayton in all the different social medias and such. So you can find me here, of course, or on the weekends doing the Ali and Hocky show. We've got our 10th episode coming up this weekend. If Ellie's not sick, we'll maybe do something different. Maybe we won't. Who knows? But awesome. In the meantime, we'll catch you later, hopefully. Okay. Bye, everyone.
Bye. See ya.